Welcome back, everybody. Back with this today. We're gonna be talking about the KENPACHI'S LINEAGE. It does come out on the 21st, so it'll be popping up in game on the 20th. I'm a bit lazy today, so we're gonna be uploading one video. Self-care day. It's just one of those days where you wake up and you really don't want to do anything, right? That's how I feel today. Maybe tomorrow as well. So let's get right into it. I actually like this banner a lot, especially because it has all the KENPACHI'S. Of course, the Kane from the World characters, always going to ruin it, unless there are these certain few ones that are actually extremely good. So let's get right into them. Now, first is going to be Baragon. I think Baragon's an okay unit. He has no Havoc, though. The only thing that really holds him back, he has weakening on everything. In terms of a kit, it isn't too bad. He has the 2500 like beam, the 625 suction to a pushback, and then a 900 SA3. SA3 is going to hold him back because it's not a full screen, but overall, he has the DPS, 20%. Again, the game hasn't really gotten harder, so I do think 20% is fine, but not having the Havoc will hurt him. Now, next is going to be Aaron. Same situation, but it's flipped this time. So he does not have the Havoc, nor does he have the Berserker. So it's going to hurt him even more compared to the Baragon. Now, in terms of a kit, it isn't a bad kit. It's a 2500 length beam. SA2 is a different SA2. It's going to be the suction into an explosion. It's going to be sucking into you, and then it's going to go up and then down. That's pretty much what's going to happen, right? And then SA3 is going to be a full screen. Next is going to be Sizaporo. Sizaporo has a Soul Reaper Killer. No Berserker. He has the kit for it, but in terms of the SA2 is going to hurt him. He has a 3K beam, he has a 510, and then he has a 1080 SA3. It's not a bad kit, but the SA2 is going to hold him back, in my opinion, quite a bit. But, again, no Berserker. So a lot of these older characters are going to be lacking in terms of the either damage or the Havoc, specifically, right? So it's either going to be one or the other. Next, it is going to be the Stark. Same situation. Same situation as the other characters. No Berserker, but he has the Havoc. I actually like this Stark a lot. In terms of a kit, he has a different type of beam. It's going to be a 1500 length. SA2 is going to be a 960. And then SA3 is going to be a Beyond Full Screen. Not bad of a kit, but again, lacking DPS. Next, it is going to be Beyond Bankai Retsu. Still one of the few best characters in the game. Or one of the best characters in the game still. Weakening and drain and everything. She has a charge SA3. The more you charge it, the more you heal and the more damage you do. She has Frenzy +2 with damage inflicted at 20%. Berserker 20%. Also has a Hollow Killer, Marauder, weakened defense. Also has full stamina. She also does come with the reduced strong attack cooldown 6%. So she's one of the few characters in the game with 18% recharge at base if you are able to keep your full stamina. So pairing her 18% full stamina with her perfect kit, SA1's a 3K beam. This 3K beam comes up every 2.5 to 3 seconds. It goes by, it's really, really short. SA2 is going to be the 750 suction into a pushback. SA3, like I said, is going to be a charge attack 840 to a 1080. The more you charge it, the more damage you do, and the more you heal. Very, very good. I like her a lot. Next is going to be the KENPACHI, the Beyond Bankai Kenny. Now, this Kenny is strictly made for Brave battles. He has gotten better thanks to Yuha, Baha, and Sajin having Paralyzed. Paralyzed being extremely annoying right now when it comes to the meta. In terms of Brave battles, he has a Flurry +2, Prevent Last Ditch Survival, Brave Battle Counter, Ignore Brave Battle Invincibility. He has a Last Ditch Start Barrier. And he also does come with Weaken and Paralyzed Duration, which is why it makes him a very, very good unit for Brave battles. And he also does come with Guard Break if you want to use them to farm point events. Kit doesn't really matter, but let's talk about it, right? It has a 625 AoE, 725 lunge, and then a full screen SA3. It really isn't too bad, right? I actually like this Kenny a lot, but I wish he wasn't NAD. I just wish he was SP. Just because I like more, I want more SP Kennys, right? It's always fun seeing an SP Kenny. Next is going to be now the SP Kenny of the Spirit Surfer with you. Now this Kenny is extremely good when it comes to for guild quests and just co-op content in general. He has the melee damage 30% in co-op, Frenzy +2, no Berserker, but at full stamina he does have the full stamina strong attack damage 40%. So if he has that full stamina, he has Frenzy 2 with 40% Berserker. But once you lose that full stamina, you only have Frenzy 2. Now, in terms of a kit, I actually like this kit a lot. It comes with a 750 by 750, not too bad. 3K beam SA2, and then Beyond Full Screen SA3. I actually like this kit. This kit has been growing on me more and more and more as time goes by. I actually like it a lot. He also comes with Anime Reversal, Marauder, Poise. One of the few characters get Marauder in this game because very rarely Do we ever get Marauder? In terms of a Cyber Killer for power, I do think he's one of the best ones. It's either going to be him or Kisuke, whichever one you do like. So I like Kisuke more just because he has these all-stats immunity. That's really about it. But whichever one you choose, still great. He's definitely worth summoning for. Same thing as Retsu. I think they are both worth summoning for. Now, next it is going to be as is Shiro, where a lot of people don't like him. I can understand why, because they did nerf him a little bit on his SA1. Let's talk about that. So normally, whenever you go over here to similarities, you can tell that he has a 60%. But that's not what they gave him. They gave him a 30%. Don't know why they wanted to nerf him. He wasn't going to be OP even if he had the 60%. So I don't understand why they didn't want to give him the 60%. If anything, they made him more worse than what he was going to be normally. So an SA2 is perfect. It's a 750 selection to a pushback. I extremely like this strong tech too, especially when it comes to units without Disabler and they have the SP boost. And then lastly, SA3 is going to be a beyond full screen. Now he has a double killer, having a hollow and a wrong guard killer. He isn't too bad for speed, especially because speed is still rough. It's, in terms of a speed of wrong guards, it's still only Uryu or just as a Shiro. He has a 40% Berserker Bombardment +1, guard break, 80% SP boost, having 20% guard break, counter attack 150%. It's a bit of a gimmick. I don't like it personally. I wish Disabler was on him besides that. But he also does come with the dodge hollow and dodge wrong guard and all stats immunity. I love when units get this type of stuff just because I prefer all stats immunity. You're just safe. You don't have to worry about the floor. Now, I understand why they gave him counterattack just because of the story. If you read Spirits Are Forever With You, you will understand just counterattack does make complete sense. I'm not going to spoil it, but it does line up with this character, right? Now, lastly, it is going to be Kiryashiki. Now, Kiryashiki, I love this man. In terms of art, best art in the game, hands down. Now, he has a Captain Killer. He's another PvP unit, but you can also use him in Captain's Guild Quest if you really need to, right? So he does come with a Flurry +2, Pierce Barrier, Ignore Barrier Battle Invincibility, Team Party Technique Attribute, Sorry for normal attack damage 20%. At half stamina, he gets increased normal attack damage 30% and decreased damage by 50%. Very, very good. And then lastly, he has the Prevent Last Ditch Survival. Now, in terms of his innate skills, he does come with Poise, Sprinter +1, and Weaken Duration. Isn't the greatest. I wish he had Paralyze as well. And in terms of him, Kit doesn't really matter. Now, he doesn't have Guard Break, so you really cannot use him in, like, farm and point events. But in terms of a PvP unit, I think he's a very, very good unit. One of the best characters to use in Brave Battles. Now, keep in mind, Chad exists just to beat up this Kiryashiki. So be extremely careful when you put this Kiryashiki versus a Chad. He's going to lose 100% of the time. Unless you can make your Kiryashiki extremely tanky, which you can definitely do, thanks to him having the decreased damage 50%. So just be careful with Chads. Overall, I think he's a phenomenal unit. I love him a lot. Always love to get this unit 5-5. I had him 5-5 before. Of course, I gave away the account, so I don't have him anymore. But if I were to summon on this banner, I definitely want him, Kenny, and Retsu the most. But if you want to summon, it's not a bad banner. I do think Kiryashiki, Kenny, as is Shiro to an extent. This Kenny, basically all the Safui characters, in my opinion, are worth summoning for. Because the content hasn't gotten harder. The content has been the same the last the last 2 years now at this point, almost 2 years since IT's been out. So, again, the content hasn't really gotten harder. These characters aren't going, I mean, yeah, there's better characters than them, but it doesn't really make that much of a difference because they're still good, right? Content still hasn't gotten harder. But if you want to summon, I think it's definitely worth it. It drops on the 21st, a couple days away. But other than that, though, thank you so much for the video. Hope you have a good day, and I'll see you guys later on. Peace out.